Hello, my name is Paul Fletcher, and I'm with Operations Hero. In this video, we will be covering how approvers will go through the event request approval process in EventHQ. The first thing you'll want to do is to navigate to our login page here. You can see the address here at the top in the address bar. Once you're there, you're going to sign in with Google or with Microsoft, depending on how your organization authenticates. That's either through Google or Microsoft. You will not want to attempt to sign in with an email and password. So basically, you'll want to use your school or school district's email address. Okay, so once you click on your authentication choice here, Google or Microsoft, you'll be in the system. Once you're logged in, depending on your level of access, you may have a slightly different view as to what I'm displaying here, but it will default to your dashboard. You'll want to click on events and it will show your events that you've put in. But you can look at the pending events or ones that need your approval that will say needs my approval. So you can see anything that's open that is pending, and you can scroll through the list all the way down to the bottom of the page. So anything that's open that needs to be taken care of will be listed here. You can also use your filters to go through and filter down to the event request that you want to approve or view. You can do that by venue, you can do it by status. Pending will be ones that have not been finalized, and of course confirmed are ones that are. We can even toggle this and show ones that are declined and toggle that off. We can look at things by event group or even down to the location level. The difference is that we turn on locations and sub-locations or child locations. That's going to show your schools and then the rooms assigned to them. The venues are what people are going to go through and request. Okay, so the next thing is we want to go through and approve some event requests. So we've got needs my approval. I'll default to that. And I'm going to go to this third one because we're going to come and look at these two separately in just a minute. But I've got this PTA meeting. I can tell where it's going to be located. My group, I don't have any issues. My group is approved. There are no conflicts. This is an internal one. I've got no invoices available. I've got one date for this one. And then I have my group here, which is the Edgewood Elementary PTA. And the group owner, Paul Fletcher, which is me. You have some options here. You can decline the event if you'd like. You can edit that or go ahead and approve. If you click on approve, it's going to give you what's called a change modal right here. And so you can just very quickly, if you're satisfied with what you see on the summary page, you can just go ahead and approve it and say something like, I approve the event request. And then you can submit that, and that will go back to the requester. If you mark this private, it will stay as an internal approval. One other thing, we'll come back here and we will approve it, but you can also approve from your email. If you get the request to come through, you'll see that the same approval request has come through for this event. If you get your emails and you have the ability to see the same information, except it's just more summarized. You can see the group, the event, how many is attending, the schedule name, and where it's occurring and when, and who created it. And then you can click on this link and view the event, much like we're doing in the software now. So let's just go back. We can go ahead and submit, and now that one is approved. We can see it's been approved by one of three people on the venue. So that gets to be determined by the number of venue approvers. Let's look at this one a little more detail. So you can see I've got 3 approvers on this venue. Paul, Preston, and Anna. Not all three have to go through and do an approval to finalize it. In this scenario, Anna is the one of the approvers. If Preston was on vacation and Paul was unavailable, one approver would suffice, and then our administrator could go ahead and confirm it. So this is still pending. We can see more details about this. We can see the event group, what event type they are for invoicing. So this one's a Class A internal. We can tell the number of dates and how many spaces were booked and how many attendees. And of course, our dates right here. Any attachments that were provided by the requester, any services that were requested. In this case, we have air conditioning, tables, and chairs. If we have venue images, then those will show here. And we can see a complete event timeline and the event notifications listed down here. And then finally, we can see the communications that were going on for this particular request, and then we could decline it right here if we needed to. So in this particular scenario, the admin could go ahead and confirm that, and it will be done. The requester would get a notification that their event was finalized. Okay, let's go back to our events. And we have some here again. Let's go back to needs my approval. And I've got some here that have conflicts. So a couple things here. We have one that's an internal group. So we can see this is Meet the Teacher, and the auditorium is being used along with the band room and 4 other rooms. And then our auditorium is being used by an outside group. So we can see Peak City Playmakers versus CMS internal events. I could click on this and see the conflict, even though it's right there above it. We can see that particular one. We can go through and edit, click on edit on the schedule, and it says that there's a conflict here as well. So we may want to look at that. And it tells us what we've got here. We can show the conflicts, clicking on the request here. And we'll go ahead and look at this in more detail. We've got our auditorium, we've got our event space, we've got our equipment if we had those. All right, so from here we could go ahead and approve this event. Again, we've got our musical rehearsal. This one is in conflict as an outside group, so I'm probably going to go ahead and decline this one because my internal group has precedence. So let's go ahead and decline that. So now we've put in our decline reason. It's going to be going back to that requester, letting them know that it was declined. So now I've got that one is now declined. Let's go ahead and approve this one. And we're good to go. So now we have these in the system. This one has been declined. This one is moving forward in the system. We'll go ahead and have the admin confirm that particular event. So now our approver has done their job. They've gone through and they've approved the events they need to and decline the other ones. So let's say we want to create an event. We can certainly do that. We've got the add event button here, and we have our new event here. So if we are an approver on a venue, we could go ahead and select our groups. We'll see internal versus external. I'll go ahead and put one in. We'll do our CMS internal events, and then just say this was a quiz bowl practice. We'll choose our venue for our middle school. And we'll go through and do our library. And we'll choose our date that we want, the 23rd. We'll say 3:30 to 5:30. You can even type in these boxes if you want. And we'll say 15 are going to attend. We'll do our event setup, tables and chairs, and air conditioning. We don't need any equipment, so we'll skip that. And we'll hit submit. And now our event is created. And what you'll notice is it's already approved by one of two. So if you click on it, you'll see that Anna, and it looks like we have a conflict there. Anna has approved it just by putting it in. So if you're an approver on the venue, then it's going to show that you've already approved it when you submitted it. So that's the big thing that we wanted to go through, was how to approve, resolve conflicts, and submit events as a venue approver. The other thing we want to look at is the calendar, and it defaults to requests. We're going to go to events. We can go to a month view and see everything there by for the whole district or school. We've got a month, a week, a day. We have a list week, and this is one you can print, or a list month as well. So let's just go back and look at the whole month, and we'll go and look at Castlewood Middle and filter the other ones out. So we could go through and look at our quiz bowl practice, and you can see that the group is approved. There's no conflict there. I've got my location, my group owner. I could go in and view the event if I wanted to and see that. All right. So that's everything we have. We wanted to go through and show how we could approve our event requests. We could go and resolve conflicts, see the different ones that are available for us to go through and get those taken care of, how I can put a request in and that it will be auto approved if I am a venue approver. You can now see that this one is under my events because Anna had put it in. All right, please let us know if you have any questions. You can contact us. Our email is support@operationshero.com, and our phone number is 919-948-0842. Please do not hesitate to give us a call if you have any questions. Thank you for your time. Again, I'm Paul Fletcher with Operations Hero.